Hi, this is Frank Simon with the rest of the news, and we've got a tremendous program lined up for you with our special guests, John Brewer and Cindy Marlowe.
Simon and Company.
Okay, so we were going to start with a video with Herschel Walker.
For the first time in a long time, I stopped in the middle of my workout because last night I saw something that really disturbed me. I saw a bunch of people holding a BLM sign, burning the Holy Bible, burning the flag of the United States of America, also burning the cross. And I started thinking that, NFL, NBA, WNBA, MLB, is this the people you're supporting right now? Is it the movement? Is it the organization? Because I don't think that's right, why do a player need to decide who is he for? And right now, the management is trying to decide that for you by putting BLM over everything. And my question I have is, what BLM are you supporting? The organization, or who is it you're supporting? Because the organization is not something I think speaks for a lot of people.
Matter and kneeling or wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt don't go hand in hand with supporting Black lives. For me, Black lives are supported through the gospel. All lives are supported through the gospel.
He's a faithful Christian, and he believes that everyone should be treated equally without regard to race, with love and compassion. And he's interrogated for that.
Well, that is terrible. Well, what's terrible is, think about the first question she asked. Because you're standing, are you against Black Lives Matter? Well, that has nothing to do with it. You know what? And what I said early on, Black Lives Matter is a group that has alienated themselves to one political party. That's the Democratic Party. And was that their agenda is just to alienate themselves from one party because they support the Democratic Party. And then to question him, because you're standing, are you against Black Lives Matter? I'm not against Black Lives Matter, because I think all Black Lives Matter, not just certain Black Lives Matter, but I'm for America Lives Matter because I'm in America. And so people get upset when I say that, and I'm like, guys, I'm an American.
Many see the slogan Black Lives Matter, or BLM, as a noble plea for equal treatment under the law. It's a cry to secure the rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for everyone. But what does the Black Lives Matter organization actually stand for?
Karl Marx. This isn't very surprising. In practice, his political and economic ideas have been used to design disastrously planned economies and nasty dictatorships. Marx was born in 1818 in Trier in Germany. Soon he became involved with the Communist Party.
To find out, look no further than their leaders: Alicia Garza, Opal Tometi, and Patrisse Cullors. Here's Cullors in a revealing 2015 interview.
We actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists.
Visit the Black Lives Matter website and read the list of demands to get a sense of how deep a transformation they seek. One of those demands proclaims, quote, "We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting each other as extended families and villages that collectively care for one another. We can't be certain, but it's hard to believe this radical agenda is what most signed up for when they made that hashtag Black Lives Matter social media post, or that every employee, customer, or shareholder at Nike endorses a disruption of the family." According to Robert Stilson of the Capital Research Center, the group became a self-styled global network in 2014 and a fiscally sponsored project of a separate progressive nonprofit in 2016. This evolution has helped embolden an agenda vastly more ambitious than a national defunding of police. The goals of the Black Lives Matter organization go far beyond what most people think. They're hiding in plain sight, there for the world to see. If only we read beyond the slogans and the summaries of the movement they helped to create. It's a distinction with a profound difference. Their radical Marxist agenda is bent on supplanting the basic building blocks of society: the family, replacing it with the state, and destroying the economic system that has lifted more people from poverty than any other. Theirs is a blueprint for misery, not justice. It must be rejected.
Wow, that is really something. It says that they're against the family.
The nuclear family, yes.
The family, okay, and they are really with the communists.
They're just using the word Marxist.
Marxist, which means communist.
Which means communist.
Marx was the founder of the communist.
Karl Marx and Friedrich, and also there's a term that everybody seems to like. It's a kind of a cliche.
Marxist means communist.
I know, but I
period.
meant the people are like Chavez.
Well, yeah.
They're feeding on the youth, saying, "Oh, Marxist, it sounds good." So they're feeding on their ignorance. It's ignorance.
Yeah,
and Herschel Walker brought out this point at the very beginning. He said it's being supported by the Democratic Party.
Exactly.
It's
Democrat Party.
He said that if they wanted to accomplish something, they've accomplished it because it is what the Democratic Party is now supporting.
Well,
yeah.
And let's not forget.
No family and no freedom, no America, no Constitution, and they're backing a communist takeover of the United States.
They won't call it communist.
They call it Marxist because they wanted.
Well, it's the same
I
thing.
know, but the people don't realize that. The young people don't understand that because
That's why we're on the air today to explain what is truth and what is fiction.
And let's not forget this: the Black Lives Matter, Patrisse Cullors, her co-founder was her friend, her lover. They're both gay, lesbians. And they are they're the co-founders, and they also remember if you look everywhere in the cities or Black Lives Matter, there's always the rainbow flags.
Oh yeah,
so it's intertwined with the LGBTQ movement.
It is.
It's not just Black Lives.
It's part of their manifesto.
Absolutely, we got to remember that as well.
And it's also if you look even in the local leaders, it's not just the top leaders are Marxist trained. The ones here in Louisville are Marxist trained as well.
Now that's really something. It's a communist takeover of America.
It is.
Let's just call a spade a spade.
It started in 2014.
Well, it's been around longer than that.
Well, no, as a it started in 2014 under the Obama administration. And in 2016, they actually organized as a 501c 3 or 4, whatever it was. And so then they've been working on this every single year, building it around the world. It's not just here; it's around the world.
Right, and then
well, the Bibles they're burning Bibles now. They've gone one step further. They're actually burning Bibles and the flags together. So they abhor God. They abhor freedom with the flag stands for.
And they hate America.
And they hate
freedom
America.
And our Constitution. So it's a major problem that they are, burning down buildings, throwing bricks at policemen.
And the carjacks now. Talk about that, Dr. Simon.
Okay. So there's been at least 100% increase in carjacking. So they're going out into the suburbs now. So if you
this is here in Louisville.
In Louisville, that's right.
They're coming up to your door.
So if you think you're in safe in the suburbs, you're no longer safe because they're coming up to your car. If you make a stop for a stop sign or a red light, they come up to your car and poke a gun at you and say, get out and leave your keys. And they're taking your car and leaving with it. And this has been lots and lots and lots of people in the suburbs here in Louisville that are being forced to give up their car with a gun.
All while the police are being told to stand down on so much of this.
So what's the question? Can you not call the police and tell them your car's been stolen?
Maybe.
Mayor Fisher, we're asking you. We're pleading with you. Do your job. You're a dereliction of duty here. We are people. Our lives are in danger. Are we not supposed to call the police and say my car's been stolen at a gunpoint? You talk about how it's horrible that what was it the governor said when the people marched to his home, which is not his home, it's the people's governor's mansion, and they went down there peacefully. They were armed citizens. but they didn't go up in anybody's face. They didn't
steal
They
anything.
didn't steal anything.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk to you, Governor Beshear and Mayor Fisher. You all won't talk to us, but you let these people treat the people in your city and in your state. This is just beyond appalling.
It is. And
It's beyond it.
another 30 people, another 30 officers have resigned from the
Oh,
police
really?
Well,
force.
there's not going to be any police left.
That's what they want.
That's right. Now, here's the petition
Yes.
to sign to get rid of Mayor Fisher, because he tells the police to step down and let the terrorists take over Louisville. Okay, that's his plan. And he tells the police to take off their helmets while
And their gear for here, their
their
protective gear.
Their protective gear.
their
Their vests.
Your
the
vest.
armor-proof vest, and to let the police. He says it may not look good to the communists if they're wearing a helmet. They want them to go in there without a helmet. Can you think of anything any more stupid than that?
It's insane. That's like going into the battle and fighting against the Chinese or North Korean or whatever and not have your guns. Oh, here we
Okay.
are. You know,
Now, here's the petition.
call.
Call us right now, 895-5025. 895-5025. Call right now. That we've got several hundred of these signatures already, and we need everybody's signature.
Take them to your church, your friends, your neighbors.
And the Board of Aldermen are trying to take our city back and tell Mayor Fisher, no, we're not going to give our city to the communists.
And we're going to have a retired police officer present this to the
Yeah, a
aldermen.
retired police officer. So give us a call right now and try to take our country back. That's 895-5025. Call right now and leave your name, address, and phone number too, and we'll send it to you right away. But this has gone too far, where he tells the police, oh, step down and let them, burn up the city. But when they came to his house,
Yes.
they said, oh, no, stay right here. Don't let them break any windows in my
Oh,
house.
it's okay to be protected, right, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Fisher, and then the governor? Is he really putting up a fence, you guys?
I haven't seen the fence, but that's what I heard.
How
was-
dare
I
you,
believe he would.
Governor? How dare
I
you,
believe he
Mr.
would.
Governor? That is our home, and you're there. It is in your possession, but you are at loan in it, and it's our home. We pay taxes for it, and how dare you keep us to where we can't even walk onto the property? I'm sorry, but that's appalling as
And
well.
these stealing cars, putting a gun in every suburb to suburb people.
Yes.
And say, we're going to take your car and get out of your car right now or we'll shoot you in the head.
Well, I mean, they have an organized plan to instill fear in every
Okay,
part of the.
Let's go into this now,
Okay.
because you're talking about
Exactly. Yes. The communists.
Okay, this is the plan to destroy America. And this is exactly what we're dealing with. And it compares the Communist Party to the Bible. And you can see there's a lot of difference. And the Democrat Party is in there too. And you can look through this and see what we're up against. These are from the party platforms of the Democrat and Republican Party, and then from the Bible and from the Communist
Manifesto.
yeah, their goals. So we need to send you this.
And actually, that was a snapshot from 2018, right? It's even worse now.
It's worse now.
The Democrat Party that you knew years and years, it's gone.
This is how much stuff and information, the difference between
This
the
is
two.
free also.
This is free. It's a very
So call that same number, 895-5025. And
it's a good tool to use to teach your children if you're homeschooling.
absolutely. And it's all documented. It's taken from the Democrat Party platform.
And there's nothing in the Bible, not one thing that we are facing in America that the God does not address in his word. Everything that's in here, homosexuality, abortion, having a rogue government, because if we have people who don't align themselves with godly values, you're going to end up having horrible governments. That's what we have now, not with Trump, but with people trying to take it down. He's trying his best to fight against it all. And everything that's addressed, that we have a problem with issues, it's in God's word.
Well, now we had a earlier this week, we had the Cuban Americans.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
They
Roberta,
told them
Roberta and Irina.
to give them money or
Yeah.
else they're going to burn their businesses.
Businesses. That's here in Louisville.
It's extortion.
Yeah.
They had a certain demands,
Yeah.
and they were going to actually have to hire a certain number of black people. They were going
And
to
send their money to the Black Lives Matter movement.
I mean, it was nothing short of
It's illegal.
Extortion and racketeering.
It's
Yeah.
right. And that's the New York crime mob, the mob scenes of the old.
Yeah.
It's just like an old time mob
That's
who's
right.
coming into Louisville. It's what it
Okay,
is.
so call that number, 895-5025. It's all free. And we're paying for it because we want to see our children survive.
Yes.
And they're after our children, and they're after our business. They're after, your life.
And let's look how it's digressed just in this last 6 months. Think about it.
Yeah.
They're demanding you wear a mask. I do not wear a mask. I've worn it one time and I could hardly breathe in the store. They're saying that you have to stay at home. They're saying that we can't worship together as Christians or as Jews, Buddhist, wherever you go to church. They're saying that we cannot go to football games and things. I think that might be happening, maybe, not for sure yet, UK and U of L. But yet they don't have any problems with David Lewis, with his funeral up in D.C. There are people, including John here, his sister-in-law, they didn't get to have a funeral because the governor said they couldn't. But yet David Lewis, it was an exception, had thousands of people there in D.C., and they allowed them to see. It's all about the top elite.
Yeah. See, they got one set of rules for their friends at the abortion clinic and the whiskey stores. Oh, you can come in all you want and have big meetings and a big crowd there. That's okay with Governor Brashear. But when it comes to going to church,
you can't
churches,
worship together.
No churches, you can't have church, but you can go to the abortion clinic and sit in big groups and go to the liquor stores and sit in big groups. But no, he's got a different set of rules for his friends than he does for you and me.
But how
that
about
was
the
just
Derby?
that was just like in Nevada. In Nevada, they allowed the casinos to stay open while they closed the churches.
And how about the Derby? The Derby, all these big old Hollywood elites, and I have not gone to a movie except for our Christian people that have produced movies, and I am praying that they would they have made their millions on the capitalistic society that they despise.
And now they're turning against
so
God.
So he's going to invite all these Hollywood elites in here to the Derby, and it's time the churches, and I'm sorry, I can name some churches right now. They're still closed. I don't even open them. I'm sorry, but you're not obeying God. You need to keep your churches open. It doesn't matter what the governor says.
Well, doesn't the Constitution
worship.
say the government cannot interfere with the free exercise of religion?
That's
So
right.
they're breaking the law to say that's why the Supreme Court has ruled against them.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely. So
the number is 895-5025, and it's 502 area code.
Now, you might not think that this is actually this doesn't even seem real to us. 6 months I saw something from Tucker Carlson on Fox News as a little clip, and he said, this is not the America that we even knew 6 months ago.
No, it's they're breaking the law and the Constitution, which is the law of the land, is the U.S. Constitution.
Well, even up in Minneapolis, they're telling them to actually follow in line with the criminals because they've disbanded the police.
Where was this?
Up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I mean, it is the most insane.
And now they're over here burning the Bible.
Yep, burning the Bible. They've burned churches.
Oh, yes, the churches have been. You know
they've
what?
killed innocent people.
And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I know he's mad at me, but Kevin Bratcher, I'm sorry you defriended me from your, as I was trying to post something on your site, and I thought, well, I can't do it. Well, I found out you defriended me, and you took down my post, and I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it right now. I don't know of any press conference that any conservative representative or senator has done? I haven't heard anything. Have you? Have you heard
to protect the people, you mean?
Have we heard from what's his name? The from in the Senate, the leader. What's his name? They help me.
I can't help you, but I know
David Osborne in the
Okay.
House and the Stivers in the Senate.
Yeah.
I mean, what I did was quoted to you, Mr. Bratcher, how you showed that horrible statue that was defaced. Well, where are your like-minded representatives? There's so many. They haven't done anything. You all have done nothing. I'm very, very disappointed in our representatives.
You could have a consensus of the House and consensus of the Senate. You know, they say
Come out
they
and say
can't
it.
call for a special session of the legislature, but they can have a consensus
Yes.
of what they think.
They can come out in the news. They can hold press conferences.
A press conference.
A little
that's
teeny,
right.
little teeny thing on Facebook. I'm sorry, that's nothing. Why don't you do what we're doing here? And we pay you to be our representatives. And I'm sorry, I'm very upset with them.
It takes some. We are living in a time
don't have
that
any bold- they're not
demands
bold.
boldness.
Yeah.
It demands
They have none.
boldness.
And these, this governor is unconstitutional. The way he's saying, "Oh no, you can't go to church." Where did he get that idea? Who gave him that authority?
You have no authority, Mr. Governor, to even tell me I can't worship, how I can worship, when I can worship, and how many people I
You
want to
cannot
worship with.
interfere
It
with the
makes me
free
angry.
exercise of religion.
No, it's
That's
wrong.
what it says in the law
It is
of the
wrong.
land.
It is wrong.
It is wrong.
And we've got and another example of this, how this is all tying in. It's tying in with this hydroxychloroquine, the malaria drug.
Gotta add 10 minutes.
And they estimated that they could have saved at least half of the people.
That died.
Yes, that have died. At
158,000 that
least
died.
half.
Yeah.
And that's half in Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah.
And how
half everywhere else too.
And Dr. Simon, he was told he could not prescribe hydroxychloroquine.
The
until they
pharmacist said
finally-
that. The pharmacist said, we don't want your patients to have that.
How dare you, Board of Pharmaceutical here in Kentucky?
Well, see, that's the governor
How
again.
dare you
The
try
governor.
to take someone's life but not allowing them to take a prescribed medicine between
See,
them and the
there's a
doctor?
cure for the coronavirus.
It's just
and they
appalling.
won't
It's
let
appalling.
you have it. The pharmacy won't let you have it. The pharmacist said, we don't want you. We want you to die. Okay?
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
Exactly. And
We
the
don't-
governor.
Yeah.
And the mayor. All
And
of
the
them.
governor.
And the
yeah.
Democrats.
And
And then I guess the Republicans, they're not
they're
speaking
trying
up.
to say, oh, the pharmacist can't prescribe that because it works. That's why they don't want you to prescribe
And we
it.
are hyper today because we are emphatically passionate about our freedoms. So representatives in Frankfurt, stand up. Stand up to our freedoms. We're begging you. We're imploring you to do something.
We need to, the enemy, not only spiritually,
Yeah.
but also
Physically.
the people
Yeah.
who are
Life and death.
who are actually, they are trying to swallow us up in fear.
That's exactly right.
And there's no fear in Christ. There's perfect love. His love
Now,
is perfect.
see, they had a press conference. The doctors in
in
Washington,
DC.
D.C. had a press conference, said we treated 350 people in a row with hydroxychloroquine, a Z-Pack,
and
and
zinc.
zinc. And they all got better. Not one of them died. So what? Right away, Facebook took that down.
Yeah.
Said,
How
we don't
dare
want
you,
anybody to know
Zuckerman.
that there's a cure
Yes.
for coronavirus.
Yeah,
That was just this week. That
Yeah.
was just this week.
Can you believe that? They took it down because it works and they don't want you to get it.
Yeah.
Anybody out there who votes for Democrats and they claim to be Christians, I'm not going to doubt your Christianity. But you know what? You're not aligned with the Holy Spirit, and you're not aligned with God's word if you can't see that these people do not care about you, if they are trying to hide what a drug does for you to help you.
Well, what we want to do is we just beg of you to actually start looking for yourself.
Right,
Don't just look
right.
on TV, because on TV, the
It's
mainstream
totally
media.
controlled by George Soros.
Yes, it
yeah.
is.
Oh, and they're paying them in the Black Lives Matter. A lot of the people are being paid.
Oh, yeah, they're
paying them. They even said it. I've heard them on TV, and the guy said, shh, don't talk about that. They're actually paying them to go in and destroy property.
To burn your house down, to burn your business down, to break all the windows out of your house and your business. They're paid by George Soros to go ahead and break things down. And here comes Mayor Fisher. He says, oh, get back, police, get back. Let them burn everything down. Let them break all the windows. Here it is at the Cathedral of the Assumption.
Yes.
And they break the windows out.
I mean,
and it's all boarded up downtown. If you haven't been downtown, you need to go and look.
And Mayor Fisher, how about your house? You wanted them to protect your house. You didn't want them to burn your window. And Black Lives Matter, I have a message for you. Where's your concern about David Dorn? He was a retired policeman in New York City, 77 years old. He went to a call of a friend whose business is downtown in New York City. This was early on, about a month ago. And where's David Dorn's name's out there? Where's his name? He went to protect his friend's business, and they shot him in the head. And I actually saw it live, and they don't show that anymore. And
of course they don't show it.
I gasped for breath when I thought, oh my gosh, he just got shot. That was a live footage, which they're not showing, which we don't want to show out of respect for his family. Where's his name out there? Instead, we have George Floyd. Sure, but did you watch the whole clip? I have.
Both clips. There are two clips.
The whole clip is he resisted from the moment they asked him to get out of the car. Even his mother or whoever he was with asked him to please, what's it called? Don't resist. Don't resist, George. He kept resisting. And I think, Dr. Simon, you heard that he was high on drugs, which he acted like it.
They have a video of him. He collapsed on the street
before
he was ever touched by the police. He collapsed.
So you're not hearing the whole truth. You're just hearing people wanting to destroy our freedoms. And how can anyone kneel on our flag or burn our flag when there's been so many people who have shed their blood, who have died?
Yeah.
Little boys and girls' fathers will never come back, or mothers will never come back, because they gave your freedoms for you to sit there and kneel and burn the flag. You know, I'm sorry for you that you feel you hate America that much. It really is sad. It's
okay,
sad.
We're not talking about problems. We're talking about solutions.
Yes.
The solution is get this petition to hold Mayor Fisher accountable, and sign this petition. And the Metro Council is putting him on trial right now, and that this is the time for you to sign this petition. The number to call is 895-5025. Area code is 502, but it's 895-5025. And the other thing we want to send you today is this plan to destroy America. And it's all documented in the Democrat Party platform, the Bible, and the Communist
worldview and the communist view.
Radical plans of the communist goals to bring America down. Okay, it's all here in black and white, and give us a call. We'll send you enough to give to everybody in your neighborhood, and they're all free because we want to protect our children and your children. So call that number in Louisville, 502. It's 895-5025. 895-5025.
Now, did you say they were actually investigating him now, Mayor?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that?
Well, the law says that if the Board of Aldermen votes that the mayor is incompetent or not worthy to be mayor, they can vote him out.
Wow. And how many they had to have? Was it 21 out of the 25?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's very complicated, but they can do it. They need everybody to do that. So sign this petition, and we've got a retired police officer who's going to take it downtown
to one of their meetings.
To one of the Metro meetings. Well, they're not even meeting now, I don't think.
Probably not.
But we're paying them. We're paying everybody. We're paying the reps and senators and everybody. And they're
you got to bring up, you got to bring up the fact that they've decided, nope, we're not going to open the schools. We're going to let everybody.
Schools.
We're going to have them, stay at home. We're going to have, what we're paying the taxes for again, for the kids to stay at home and maybe watch some. There is, I've heard, we know, and I've heard countless cases especially the smaller children. They cannot sit there in front of a TV without supervision.
They need a guidance and a structured thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're talking about schools, and you're talking about the governor keeps saying we're all in this together. No, we're not, Governor.
No, we're not.
You get your salary. All the governor worker people who are at home remotely working, they're still getting their salaries. But the people's businesses that you are now, I think they put him back to 25%. They're not full capacity. You can't live on 25% of a salary, and they have a lot of overhead. They have insurance, and we are not in this together. You are high and lavish and living on your lavish.
Yeah, that's the way they do.
Yes, you are high and mighty.
What about the other thing? I'm still hearing that unemployment is, they're not getting the unemployment checks. That was a state. That's the state's responsibility.
Yes.
And early on, Governor Beshear said, "Okay, that's on me." Well, it is on him, and it's still on him.
Right.
And there's still people that are suffering.
Oh, wait till you hear this. The governor of the CARES Act. They got $1 billion some dollars. Let me tell you what he still is holding on. And I believe this. I think he's going to use the money that the president sent to a blue state, which is Democrat.
Now, aren't we having prayer rallies now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Every Saturday.
Start next week, not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, but starting in about a week.
It's the 7th or the 9th.
Yeah. If your
15th.
church wants to be involved in these prayer rallies, every church is welcome, and call that same number.
At the courthouse?
At the county courthouse.
10 a.m.
At between 5th and 6th on Jefferson at 10 a.m. every Saturday morning. And if you or your pastor want to get involved, call this number again, the same number, 895-5025. Now, the other thing is we are helping children get into Christian schools right now.
We're trying to open as many as we can.
If you got a child, and if we have to, we'll pay for the tuition or at least part of it. So we're trying to start. We've already started 2 or 3 churches, and we're trying to start more. God has opened the door by closing the crooked public schools, and we're going to try to replace them with Christian schools. We've got a Christian curriculum that'll go on the internet, and we've got a curriculum that's going to be put out in the ACE curriculum.
Well, and let's say this: not every teacher in the public schools are bad.
No,
we're not. We want to preface with that. But here, listen to this. We've only got a few minutes left. Senator Mitch McConnell just stated on live TV the other day that Kentucky has only spent 6% of the first round of the stimulus money. He still has 94%. Kentucky received $1.25 billion. That's not million, but billion of CARES Act money, and $9 million prior to the CARES Act to boost Kentucky's response efforts. Well, where are the unemployment benefits? And it says here we still have $1.175 million to help Kentucky, and he has not used it. Mr. Beshear, I only like to call you governor. I just want to say, Mr. Beshear, you are
holding out the
you are
people's money.
Corrupt. Where is the money? All these people that have lost their jobs due to your methods of taking.
Okay, go ahead and say it. Go
ahead and say it.
COVID-19 is no worse than any of the other flu seasons that we've had. It's about the same. Every year is a little different. But the coronavirus is no worse than any other flu season. And there's a treatment for the coronavirus. But the pharmacists won't let you take it. They're trying to tell the doctors, oh, no, don't let them have that. It works too good. Don't let them have it.
And you know this for a fact.
Oh, yeah, I've called it in. The pharmacist at Kroger's.
We know this for fact. You finally found one, right, that did it.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell them who it is.
No, but we finally found a pharmacist that would help the people. And the others say, oh, no, we don't want them to have it. It works too good. So
Where's
Give us a call at this same number, 895-5025. If you can't get the the hydroxychloroquine, azithromycin,
call
and
Dr.
zinc,
Simon?
yeah, call that same number, 895-5025.
And where is our 1.175? Where is that money going to? And I know where it's going to. We know where it is. It's to defeat freedom.
That's
That's
right.
all it is to it. And we don't want that money, which is our money. So we need to hold him accountable. So you representatives out there that are listening, you senators out there, you don't have to be in session to do something. You can do it as a citizen.
A news conference.
A news conference. You don't have to be in session to sit there and wait till January when all this is going to be a lot
When we're
worse.
all dead.
You need to do it right now and right now. And I mean, and you know what? I hope they all lose. And that means, well, no, I do. If they're not going to do anything, then I hope they all lose. I'm being really ugly, but sorry. It's true.
Oh, is the time up?
Oh, yes. I know I'm being ugly, but
It
let's see here.
probably is. But we need to get this out. This is it's very important.
Yes, we're out of time.
Okay, we're out of time. God bless you. Thank you for John Brewer and Cindy Marlowe. God bless you. Tune in again next week for the rest of the news.